everyone, welcome to the first EZC Training Manual I'm going to be doing. First off, I'm just going to show you the basics to fighting. What you have here is you see the battle screen. You get this by going to the home screen anywhere, and you can find military campaigns by clicking on that link right there. You get the campaign of the day posted by the President of the United States as the most important battle going on right now. Campaigns that are going on in the US, this includes country-to-country campaigns and resistance wars, which I'll talk about later. You can also find ally campaigns, the things you can fight in from home, or you can go to all campaigns and maybe see something you might want to move to fight. But for now, we're just going to be going to the campaign of the day. So you click on fight and it brings you to this screen. Now, a few things to take note of. This is the timer bar right here. This shows how much time has elapsed since the beginning of the mini-battle. A mini-battle will last 2 hours or until one side manages to get 1,800 points. Now, the way you get points, as you can see we're getting here right here, is to keep the percentage bar in your favor. As you can see, it's 50.67% over here and 49.33% over here, meaning we're winning, but just by a little bit. But as long as we hold a lead, we will continue to gain country points, and so long as Spain isn't getting any, then we're doing just fine. So right now, what really applies to you is over here, you see your picture, your name, and your strength, along with your health. Now you can rotate through your weapons by clicking on this button right here, which will rotate through the different types of weapons you may or may not have. This all depends on the weapons you have. If you don't have a weapon, you can still fight. You'll just have this little shadow picture of a gun. So how you fight is just really simple. You click on the fight button, and the Republic does some weird equation that damages the enemy. So you keep going through until you eventually kill the enemy. This usually takes anywhere from 2 to 4 hits, depending largely on your weapon, the enemy's weapon, and your strengths. So what you get here is your war influence. This is the amount of influence you're adding to the battle. You also get some rank points and some experience points. Now, as you can see here, my name popped up. This means my influence has been added to the battle. Basically, your Republic just stacks up the amount of influence against each other, and that's what gets the percentage bar. Now, over here, you can see this guy, Anandel. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. He has done the most damage this round. As you can see, he's throwing up a lot of damage right now. So far, done 878,000, which is pretty darn good. So, you can look at battle statistics to see the top 5 people who are putting out the most war influence, the amount of kills they've done, and how you stack up. Now, I don't look so good right now, but that's only because I've had 1 kill. These people are using a lot of their own resources to make sure that we win this battle. The enemy battle hero has put up a lot more damage, but as you can see, we're still winning. So, like I said, depending on the weapon that the enemy has, you may defeat them a lot faster. It took me 4 hits with the last one. He had a bazooka, the highest level. This one is only going to take me 3. I'm putting out a lot more damage to him, getting a little less war influence out of it, but overall, I'm still going to put out the same amount if I were to finish up my fights. Here you can see the influence that you've put into the battle, and your current military rank, along with how many rank points you have, and how many it's going to take to get to the next rank, which when you get there, you'll put out some more damage. So that's basically how you fight. That's just the pure basics of it. Now, some pro tips for you guys. Always be sure that you can fight as close to full health as possible. You see that little, you can recover up to 450 out of 550 health. Try to be up as high as possible before you can fight. You'll get 100 more recoverable health every 60 minutes, which it's been a while since I first ate food, so it's now started that clock again. But as long as you keep eating constantly, that clock will keep going, and you will keep regaining health until you can't regain any anymore. So that right there is the basics of fighting. Now I'm going to show you how to get weapons. It's pretty simple. You go to the marketplace, select the quality. They have 2 attributes, the firepower and the durability. Firepower basically is how much influence you will put out and how much damage you'll do to the enemy that you're fighting. It stands to reason that the better weapon you get, the more firepower and the more durability. Tanks are the best ones that you can buy on the market. In the US right now, as of day 1459, they cost about $31, so that might be a little bit out of your budget, but if you still want to buy weapons, you know, their weapons will range anywhere from about $6.25 to about $31, usually around there. Sometimes goes up or down depending on how well we're doing as a country. But yeah, one more thing to note in the battles, right here. Once you run out of recoverable health, it will allow you to pay 0.5 gold for 10 health, which is a terrible deal. Don't even do that. That's just a waste of your gold, which you can use for so many other things that it is just pointless. So don't even bother there. As you can see, Spain's kind of winning, but I'm going to wait till after I'm done with this video so that I'm not wasting your guys' time and that you can get back to killing stuff much faster. One thing to note about battles is this timer has another purpose to it, the amount of points added. For the first 30 minutes of the battle, every minute 10 points will be added to the country that is currently winning. From 30 minutes into the battle to an hour into the battle, that amount of points is increased to 20. For the third half hour of the battle, it's 30 points for each minute, and then for the final half hour, it's 60 minutes. So if you're thinking you can be on, the most critical point is from about an hour and 20 minutes or so till the end of the battle, especially in one that's going to be as highly contested as this. You can see each country has a lot of allies, a lot of firepower being put behind it. And if you look at these crowns here, which show you how many mini battles each country has won, each of them has won 4. So they're both desperately trying to win this. A lot of people are using bazookas, which automatically put out 10,000 every time you use them. They get 3 uses, and you get them by collecting parts, which randomly fall in the battle. I'm going to see if I can find a couple here while I'm talking, just to kind of give you an idea of what they look like and how they work. So, just keep in mind, no matter how much damage you do, your fights matter. So even if you do 10 damage per hit, we need you to be fighting. Don't be discouraged just because you see huge numbers up at the top. We need you to be fighting for us. If we didn't have tons and tons of small people fighting for us, we would not win any battles whatsoever. Okay, and it seems like nothing's dropping here, so I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys what it looks like. I'm going to go to my storage. These are the parts that will randomly drop in battles. Once you get one of each part, you can assemble a bazooka. I have 3 of them right now, just because I don't like to assemble all of them just quite yet. I'm going to try to do a huge run. I can currently make 18, as you can see, because this is my smallest. This is the part that I have the least amount of. But each bazooka defeats the enemy with one hit, so it can be useful. So let's say you're fighting, you only have Q1 guns, and you're fighting up against a giant tank. You're low on health, but you really want to kill this guy? Use a bazooka. Takes him out really easily, and you automatically get 10,000 damage, 10,000 war influence per use, and you get 3 uses. So you just assemble one of them. I don't want to assemble every one of them yet, but that's how that works. Also in your inventory, you can see the amount of stuff that you have. You can see, for example, I've partially used one of my artillery. It's telling me that one of them just has 1 use left, the other ones have 3 uses. But yeah, so that's basically how you need to fight. One thing I'm going to show you, this is something you need to follow. If you are in a militia or military unit, you need to go join them by going to the military unit page and joining them. You'll get order of the day set by whoever. It could be set by the captain or the regiment or the commander, my mistake. And then you'll automatically get the daily order right here. If you defeat 25 enemies, you will be rewarded with a bazooka and an energy bar, which gives you 100 free health. Does not take away from your recoverable health. It's free. Any important announcements by your captain, your commander will be posted right here under the militia's banner. So check in with here, talk to all the friends that you've got in the militia. They'll be glad to talk to you. But if you're not in a militia, go to the Battle Orders tab under the News category. And No articles of this type were posted in the last app. This is strange. Alright, let me take a look at my subscriptions, if I can find them. Yes. This is very strange indeed. Alright. The Department of Defense usually issues out orders in which they have a nice little paragraph here. La la la. They give you the primary battle. They tell you how important it is. Use weapons if possible. In this one, and then they give you a link to it. And then they have a secondary battle as well in case this one ends and they don't have another one posted yet. They also have this nice little thing where I've kind of wrapped up. They've pretty much said what I've said here, along with Armed Forces Information Web, a link to the IRC Defense channel where they sometimes give out stuff. And these two are programs that you can use to get free fighting stuff, free food, and all you gotta do is just do whatever these things say. This one has you post pictures. This one you just fill out a form. It can be really useful if you want to fight easily. So that is pretty much it for fighting. I thank you for watching. If you could leave a like or a comment at the bottom, I would really appreciate it. But I hope you enjoy the game and that you continue to prosper at it. For the Federalist Broadcasting Network, I'm Jackson DR5. We'll see you later.